Hello, everyone. I hope and pray that you're doing well today. I want to think a little bit about this week that we're in, Holy Week. I know, obviously, in many ways, it's a somber week, marking the suffering and the death of Jesus, his death for our sins and for the sins of the world, right? So it's somber, but on the other hand, it's also, in so many ways, a celebration of Jesus' resurrection on Easter and the new life that we have in him. So we have this combination of this somberness and this joy. And I was thinking a little bit about this whole week, this Holy Week, and for some reason my mind went to this old movie called Spies Like Us. Spies Like Us, and it's a 1985 comedy, full of stars, written by Dan Aykroyd and Dave Thomas, and then Dan Aykroyd stars in it along with Chevy Chase, and it's directed by John Landis. Anyways, in this movie, Spies Like Us, it kind of presents the adventures of these two novice intelligence agents, these spies, and as they are sent off to the Soviet Union. And its target, it aimed to be a comedy, but judging from the reviews, it was much more of a tragedy than the comedy. I found this Washington Post critic, Paul Attanasio, called Spies Like Us a comedy with exactly one laugh. And those among you who are given to Easter egg hunts may feel the need to try to find it. And anyways, it's a tragedy about spies. And so in the context of talking about Holy Week, a ministerial colleague asked me, he said, what exactly is this Maundy Thursday, right? I mean, you didn't just make that up, did you? And, after, of course, assuring him that I didn't just make up Maundy Thursday, I'm not in the habit of making up the names for the days of the week of Holy Week. We talked about Maundy Thursday and how Maundy Thursday is in fact kind of this kind of misunderstanding of a Latin phrase, mandatum, which is mandate or command, and it refers to Jesus' command to his disciples at the Last Supper in John's Gospel, right? He says, "A new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you." Right, and so that command, that mandate, the Maundy Thursday, that's the name of it. But there's another day. Today is Spy Wednesday. And it really is a thing. Again, I assure you that I'm not making up Spy Wednesday if you've never heard of it. Spy Wednesday is really kind of just what it sounds like, right? It's a reference to the actions of Judas that we find in Matthew 26. Verse 14, "Then one of the 12, the one called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and asked, 'What are you willing to give me if I deliver him over to you?' So they counted out for him 30 pieces of silver. From then on, Judas watched for an opportunity to hand him over." And so what Matthew 26 does is it places that event by Judas 2 days prior to Good Friday. And so thus a spy entered into the midst of the disciples on the Wednesday of Holy Week, right? When Judas resolved to betray the Lord for 30 pieces of silver. So we have Spy Wednesday. When I was growing up, there was a girl who I knew, and her name's now Anne Vriend. She's a singer-songwriter, and she's got an album entitled "When We Were Spies." And in it, she kind of imagines herself as a spy. But in the end, these are some of the words that she sings. "I'm tired of the secrets and the lies in the night. Everything's better if we're not spies. I'd do anything to get back to you, to be free." On Spy Wednesday, I think it's fitting to carefully compare ourselves to Judas. How has my sin delivered Jesus into the hands of the chief priests? What am I willing to do for 30 pieces of silver? The thing is, on Spy Wednesday, we also testify that there's nothing that we can do to get ourselves back into the good graces of God. Instead, by God's grace, it's God who's done everything to get back to us, to make us free. And so rest in that, consider that on this Spy Wednesday. Know that and be at peace. The peace of Christ be with you all.